From the Pep Radio newsroom, these are the stories we are covering this evening. Be Gay Do Crime Productions, or BGDC, is embarking on a new and exciting chapter as it joins forces with Proud Haven, a prominent LGBTQ+ nonprofit organization in the Pittsburgh region. This partnership marks BGDC's transition to a fiscally sponsored project of Proud Haven, which will provide essential resources and infrastructure support. The collaboration aims to bolster Proud Haven's mission of providing shelter and support for LGBTQ+ individuals while empowering BGDC to continue creating inclusive, memorable experiences for the LGBTQ+ community. To celebrate this new chapter, BGDC is launching a 3-show season this fall at the renowned Mr. Small's Funhouse located at 400 Lincoln Avenue, 2nd floor in Millvale. The season kicks off on Friday, September 13th with the first installment of the Fairweather Family Thunderdome. This event, open to individuals aged 18 and older, promises a night of thrilling performances and community spirit. Doors open at 9 p.m. and a $5 suggested donation can be made online or at the door. For further details, take a look at cuber.com. And now for a few moments of commentary from Michael HIltzik from the Los Angeles Times. One of the problems with news coverage of Donald Trump's presidential campaign is that reporters and editors are so numbed by his fire hose of lies that they are ignoring the depths he's reaching. Case in point, Trump's remarks about transgender students in schools delivered Friday at an event put on by Moms for Liberty, the far-right gang of book banners that has lately been searching for relevance. Prompted to grouse about transgender policy by his host, Mom's co-founder, Tiffany Justice, Trump said the following, quote, "Think of it. Your kid goes to school and comes home a few days later with an operation. The school decides what's going to happen with your child. And you know, many of these childs 15 years later, what the hell happened? That's what they say. Who did this to me? They say, who did this to me? Let's be brief. None of this exists in the real world. It's a string of whistle stops in Trump's fantasy land. He's painting a picture in which children are essentially kidnapped, held for days so they can be operated on by their school, in which every school has full, unquestioned authority over every child, in which parents have no say, in which the children wake up 15 years later and discover they've been changed and don't remember who did it. Now, the rule at the Times is that we shouldn't apply language associated with mental illness to people who aren't known to be mentally ill. But sorry, who can listen to this and not think this is abnormal? No one. Other than people so addled by transgender paranoia, people like Tiffany Justice. Justice had set up Trump's rant by first quoting Elon Musk's complaint about his estranged daughter, who has come out as transgender, and then said, "There's been an explosion in the number of children who identify as transgender, and children are being taught that they were born in the wrong body. It's an incredibly abusive message to send." It was like feeding a bad comic a straight line. Trump was off and running. I don't sympathize with Moms for Liberty, which discovered in the 2023 elections that its ban the book shtick had run out of its string. The group put up or endorsed candidates for school boards across Iowa. Its 9 candidates in 5 school districts all lost, typically scoring 10% of the vote or less. Democrats also fended off the organization's candidates or wrested control in school board elections in Pennsylvania and Minnesota. Moms was getting enveloped in a bad odor. It was found to have made common cause with extremist groups such as the Proud Boys, which played a leading role in the January 6th insurrection. An Indiana chapter of Moms for Liberty sent out a newsletter front-paging a quote it attributed to Adolf Hitler. The chapter apologized, but at a subsequent organizational conference, Justice declared, "I stand with that mom." This is the record that made Donald Trump think he'd find a solicitous audience at the Moms for Liberty Summit. He wasn't wrong. The attendees clapped at his applause lines and laughed at his mugging and jokes, no matter how crass. What makes this performance, which would render anyone in a normal election cycle unelectable, more demoralizing is the reaction of the press, and it was pretty much nothing. As far as I can tell, none of the major newspapers, nor CNN, or MSNBC quoted his words or even paid them much attention. The article continues, but I'll pick it up from here. And yet, here at PEP Radio, we are covering exactly these stories that impact the LGBTQ plus community. We bring them to you Monday through Friday, once an hour, from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. We believe that an informed community is a stronger community. We cannot do this alone. We need financial support, but we also need you to be our eyes and ears and share with us stories that are impacting our community in Pennsylvania, the stories that are important to you. I would further add that it's necessary for us to be grateful for the fact that we have Qberg.com and the Erie Gay News and the Philadelphia Gay News and other gay publications across Pennsylvania to make sure that the LGBTQ plus community continues to remain informed. We'll be back tomorrow with more news updates. Now let's get back to the music on PEP Radio.